Greetings, it's Vaygrim. Welcome to Wednesday episode of Vaygrim's Chance. What's going on here? Well, just for point of note, in the current version of the pack, the version we have dimensional anchors, which I think is 59.2, I've had problems with dimensional anchors actually loading chunks consistently. Even loading one chunk at a time, like I have this set to one chunk, and no matter if it's me as the server, me as the owner, or a server as the owner, its actual chunk loading capabilities are extremely spotty. I'm not sure why. Well, here's one thing I've discovered over the years. Witchery's Poppet Shelf is a one chunk loader. Now this is all one chunk. I've divided it up with the nice wall. Everything the wall is outside the chunk, so everything inside this is one chunk. This does nicely for the sake of making sure this chunk is absolutely loaded. So this was the redundancy I put in place for this. And as you can see, we are maxed out on brine. 2.8 million, I'm counting zeros. Yeah, 2.8 million millibuckets. That's 2,880 buckets. And we have hooked this up, this dynamic tank, to this nice little transfer node. That is hooked up to this dimensional transceiver, and it is sending on brine. Think, yeah. I'm actually going to do that. So this has got power. This has got liquid, sending brine out. This tank over here, I did, by the way, shortly after I stopped recording, I corrected this problem with this second one having a world interaction upgrade. So these two are supplying water to this tank, and it keeps it topped off. This tank then buffers out to the actual brine tank. That is maxed out on water. This is maxed out on water and on brine now. It actually was maxed on brine. It is making more because we pulled some out right here. Basically, we pulled some out of the tank. This amount right here. 8 buckets got pulled out. That pulled 8 buckets out of here and made space. So it's actually making more brine for us right now. I don't know. I think it's raining, and it's actually not manufacturing right now, but we'll see. It's got some, multiplier 2.0. I don't think it's getting enough sunlight right now. Anyway, that will continue making brine once the sun decides to come out. So, we're going to head back home. I don't know what time it is. Not clock. Sunset is actually imminent. That might solve the problem right there. Once it gets darker, I will go ahead and sleep. So now, we need to do a couple things. First of all, I want one of those. Not a lava drum, but a drum specifically. Let's see if we do drum. Oh, wait a minute. Drum. Just gonna make about 5 of those things. I only need 1, which we are going to take with us. I think we actually have, spare dimensional transceiver. And we're going to fly right up here. This bad boy is going to get plonked down. Plonk, plonk. Actually going to put him on reactor 1. He is going to receive brine. which means if we come down here, we open up our little maintenance hatch. I need to get some of those. We're going to put that... Actually, not a big fan. First, let me sleep before I forget. I'm hoping everybody's having a great day. I know I have been on a bit of a mechanism tear, and I usually like to mix it up, but I really do like the idea. Let's see, we're going to extract always. The only thing coming through here should be brine. Insert blacklist. And that's filling up with brine. Hooray! And actually, I can't remember. Can we pipe out of the top, or do I need to... Hang on. Tell you what I'm going to do. Let's... Oh, gosh. Just blasted a hole in the wall. Let's put this here. We're going to do extract, always, blacklist. And we're going to do insert blacklist. Yep, there we go. It's filling up again. Nice, seamless, looks good, which means now I could pipe out of the top or whatever I want to do. I could make this in-out if I so chose. And we have a brine reservoir here in addition to over at the actual salination plant. That's going to be really, really nice. Now, the next step of things that I need to figure out is I need to make another electrolytic separator. You know what? I really should consider expanding this because I've run out of recipe slots. Like, all these are full. I think I freed some up, but I've only got like 4 slots left, so... Yeah. Electrolytic separator. One of those. I don't know how many of these I'm going to need. I'm going to start off with one and work from that point forward. Do I have any buckets? Do I have any normal buckets? Let me ask that. I just need one bucket. We're also going to have to make a chemical injection chamber. I think that's the bad boy right there. First, I have to make I think the recipes for this changed. I'm not sure. So this is a purification chamber, right? Okay. Let's do injection. Okay, steel casing. One of those. Enrichment chamber. Oh gosh. So this is steel casing. Yeah, there's one enrichment chamber, which means if I do injection, this uses an enrichment chamber. Oh, I'm going to have to make some more. Oh, gosh. Redstone. Let's do this. Iron. Just going to go ahead. Put that in there, and let it go. We need more enriched alloy, basically. So. New. Enrich. I think it's because this actually has a charge or something. Purification chamber. Now what we actually do, chemical injection chamber. Let's see. I have none of that. Just get some of those and push them in there. Oh, yeah. Man. Well, one thing I can actually do in the meantime. Let's pop over to the tech lab. Enrichment chamber. I think this does it. Yep, that's it. Awesome. Workshop. So I have to make some parts so I can actually make this chemical injection chamber. This thing is actually very, very, very tricky. And I still have to make a chemical infuser. Oh my gosh. Injection chamber. Are you almost done? You are almost done. Hey! This should match up exactly, I think, unless I missed a step somewhere. If I missed a step somewhere, dump. Oh well. I'm going to put one of those in there. 10 of those in there. That should start making some of the parts that I need. There we go. That's the bad boy right there. Now I need to get another enriched. $10. That used up perfectly. Awesome. Now I need to figure out the infuser. Chemical, no, not the infuser. That's not that bad. Really not that bad in the grand scheme of things. Okay, Awesome. I think we have what we need. Let's go back over here real quick. This is going to take us up to 4 times processing. And I'm going to get down here. Already had 5 drums. Oh, gosh. Okay. Okay. I got to think about this. I need to get some gas conduits just in case. I'm going to get some redstone. I don't know why. Basically, I'm just going to get one of everything. Yep, some of those, and we'll wing it. Okay, next step we're going to have to do. Put the electrolytic separator down. What the... This thing won't turn a specific way. There we go. Good grief. Picky, picky. Okay. So. We are going to have... I think this is in. How do I have it down here? No, it's not. Okay. I have it going in through the bottom, so I could probably still bring it in through the bottom. Okay. So if you look right here at recipes, right? Oxygen and hydrogen from water. What we're going to do is we're going to put brine in here. We're going to get sodium and chlorine. I have no clue what we're going to do with the sodium. None. So what I want to do for now, just going to store it. Is it a gas? Yes, it is. Okay. So it is actually a gas, I think. I'm not sure if that's going to actually work. We'll see. We're going to get... Gonna get a bucket of brine. Now, if we... I might have to... just break the flooring here. Shift left click. Extract. I'm going to whitelist brine. Shift left click. This is actually going to be in and out. The extract part is going to be brine. Insert is going to be brine. Now, let's pop this real quick. Shift left click. This is going to be insert only. Whitelist brine. That is full of brine. It has no power yet. Which means we can put that up and... Whoa, wrong ones. We can actually get... There we go. This is manufacturing. Now, here's what we have to figure out, okay? Okay, that's sodium. That's bad. Which means we actually want it to face the other direction. And it is pulling out with gas, which means... Yep, that's not going to work. So, there's going to be another step to that. I'm going to run... over here. There is a method to my madness. Just wait. So that's going that way. We have chlorine building up over here, which is actually going to have to get piped into something else that's going to need power. Okay, now we come over here. I'm going to shift left click to reset all of these. We're going to go, oh gosh, I left it downstairs. Hold on a sec. This tool is super useful. One of the best moves Aiden C. Brady ever did for me in this mod. Dark red, purple, okay? So purple is the input slot for whatever goes in this little thing, which is in our case the actual... oh, wait a minute. This is not right. Wrong machine. I can hear you all yelling at your screens. Chemical infuser. Yes. Okay, I almost missed a step. What we're going to have to do next is do we have any gas conduits down here? We don't. But I don't know if this thing works with gas. I just realized, yeah, you can't use gas in this. Okay, so that's kind of moot. I'm going to... Whoops. Where did our... Are we all good? We're all good, okay. Okay. Okay, we're back. So I have in my hand a rotary condensator, a crowdsourced block name. This thing basically gets liquid and turns it into gas, or gas and turns it into liquid. In this particular case, what we're actually going to be doing, let's left click. This is going to be inserting. I'm hoping this is going to work. We are going to get the hydrogen from this process capture it and use it upstairs. This way the hydrogen doesn't go to waste. Now, in order to move it, I have to turn it into a liquid, pump it through this, and get it upstairs, then turn it back into a gas. If that's not elaborate enough, I don't know what is. So, what we're going to do, let's see. Do we have a tank? No, we don't. Workshop, please. Tank. Grab a couple of these. Lab. Popping all over the place. I'm going to force these things into production. By doing that, I can plonk this down here and here, which means these are now I'm a little unsure as to what's going on there. Aha! Hydrogen! Yay! Now we have liquid hydrogen being made. Now, if we wanted to, we could toggle this operation from condensating to decondensating. If that makes any kind of sense. Now, what we actually do is we get this now liquid hydrogen. I have a, what do you do with the bucket of brine? I need another bucket. Let's grab one of those. Come down here. Bucket of brine goes right there. So now what I need to do, let's see, we have, I think I can do this, I'm not sure. It is slowly making. Well, that's okay. We'll do it. Whoopsie. Downstairs. I'm actually not sure which point on the rotary condensator you have to use. It's going to be insert. No, it's just going to be blacklist. This is going to be liquid hydrogen. Sending. Okay, I fear this episode is going to go slightly long, but hey, we're making progress. So we have our normal electrolytic separators that are making hydrogen, comes out here. No. Oxygen comes out here and goes into the purifier, right? Purifying. So the oxygen goes. It's being stored in those tanks down there. The hydrogen gets pumped out through here, comes up and goes over here to a rotary condensator. Okay? What this thing does is it takes the hydrogen and it turns it into a liquid that then comes out here to this little buffer tank. That is a buffer drum of liquid hydrogen. It is filling up still. And that gets pumped out to here, which can then be transmitted anywhere as a liquid. So, what we do is it comes up here. Okay. Brine is coming in here. It goes out and under to this electrolytic separator, which separates it into sodium, liquids, gaseous sodium, I think, and gaseous chlorine. That chlorine is then piped over to a chemical infuser. Now, this is where the hydrogen is coming back in. Liquid hydrogen comes in here, hits the rotary condensator, turns it back into liquid hydrogen, into gaseous hydrogen, which gets pumped here and turned into hydrogen chloride along with the chlorine. Okay, the hydrogen chloride is actually pumped out right over here into the face of this chemical injection chamber that now has one of our item buffers on top of it. And it has been programmed with the ore. Instead of this down here, the purification chamber, it no longer has the ore. So now what we need to do is basically we are going to put 1, 2, 3, 4. Just toss some ore in there. Can't remember if we toss this in here or not. We'll see. This is now going. It is using that hydrogen chloride as quick as it can. This is probably not going to be enough. We're probably going to have to get another machine in here. I think, but I'm not sure. Or buffer up a whole bunch of this stuff. So I'm thinking what I might do is actually pipe this into the floor, run it around here, around here. Actually, no, over here. Probably, oh gosh. Run it into the floor around here, and then basically just put a tank, a small dynamic tank of that stuff right here. Because I think we need to buffer up some of it. Option number 2 is we condense it into a liquid, store it, and then condense it back into a gas, or decondense it into a gas whenever we need it. But I'm not sure what the efficiency speed on these things are. I think it works pretty quick, but I don't know. So basically, this thing is making odd noises. It's processing our ores now. So what we're going to have to do now is consider upgrading this to the factory, because this is basically the bottleneck. And as we get stuff from there, we're getting shards now. And you notice I put in 4 ore and got 16 shards. That's a pretty big return on investment. So now what we can do is we can put these in here. And in theory, let's just balance that out. That is automatically going to create the clumps we would normally get if we put ore in here. But this time we're getting 4 times instead of 3 times. 4 ore into 16 shards, and then each of those shards gets turned into an ingot in turn. I want to... Oh, there we go. Right click. There we go. Iron shards. And just put that in there. Let's put that in there. What other kind of shards are we getting? These are our tin shards. Yeah. So it is working. We are actually getting 4 times multiplication on our ore now. And the next step is 5. And 5 is going to take up the rest of this floor, which means I might have to actually expand this upwards to a 3rd floor that's just storage. Gas storage, liquid storage, things like sodium, hydrogen chloride, etc. We'll see how it works. But yeah, we now have functional... Oh, I need to get some accelerators for these. That's what I'm missing. Silly, silly. Okay, we have 16 of those. Come over here. Plug that in there. And they get whisked off. So now, just get all of this ore, plug it in, and it's all going to get 4 times multiplied. So again, this old setup, the only thing we're changing is what's going in here is coming from this new setup. Basically, you get brine, and it gets separated into sodium and chlorine. I'm just dumping the sodium for now. We'll see if I need it later. The chlorine plus hydrogen get turned into hydrogen chloride, and that is used, whoops, for the chemical injection chamber. So, chemical infusers and the chemical injection chamber are the new tech. Everything else we've dealt with before. It's just what you're running through it. I'm really hoping you guys are actually liking this and understanding this. I'm hoping you're getting value out of it. I'm not going to do 5 times next. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and I'm going to start preparing for finishing off a couple of projects around the base and getting ready for episode 100. I will catch you folks later. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.